Hello and welcome to the MB Om podcast, where you will learn to master the business of yoga with guests from around the world who have experienced becoming successful yoga teachers, studio owners, and much more. Now, here's your host, Amanda Kingsmith.
Hey, I'm Amanda, and I'm going to be your host for the MB Om podcast. You're probably wondering what MB Om is, so let me give you a brief overview. MB Om is a play on MBA, or Masters of Business Administration. The major difference is that in MB Om, we're going to master the business of yoga together. There's no administration, whatever that is, in MB Om. And do you know what the best part is? It's way cheaper and way more fun. On each episode of the podcast, I will have a different yoga teacher coming on to discuss their career. I have found yoga teachers from around the world who have varied levels of experience and are doing amazing and inspiring things. I will bring you brand new yoga teachers to yoga teachers who have owned and sold yoga studios, current yoga studio owners, teachers who have developed their own teacher trainings, and so much more. My aim is to bring guests on the podcast that can provide value to new yoga teachers or to yoga teachers who are struggling with what's next in their career. MB Om was designed out of a need that I had. I returned from my 200-hour yoga teacher training and had no idea what was next. I knew I had to start teaching and getting experience, but I had no idea where my career as a yoga teacher was headed. Do I want to own a yoga studio? Do I want to run retreats? How many times a week do I want to teach? What style do I prefer to teach? My head was spinning with all the choices I felt like I had to make. One day, a studio owner asked me to send her my yoga teacher resume, and I responded, "Of course, I'll get it to you later today." I hurried home and spent the rest of the afternoon creating a kick-ass resume to send her way. Fortunately for me, I have a Bachelor of Commerce, so I'm well versed in resume making. It was at this point that it dawned on me that this yoga teaching thing wasn't as easy as people seem to think it is. You don't get to simply show up, teach some poses, and be on your merry way. What would a yoga teacher with no business background have done in that situation? What would the quality of his or her resume be like? A light bulb went on, and MB Om was born. MB Om was designed with new yoga teachers in mind. The people who have recently completed a teacher training and have no idea what they want to do with their teacher training certificate. That doesn't mean you have to turn the podcast off if you've been teaching for a while. MB Om caters to all levels of teachers. Perhaps you've been teaching for a while and you're looking for a change of pace. Or perhaps you're thinking about making the jump from teacher to studio owner. I've got guests who share their experiences doing just that with you. So you're probably wondering about me. Who am I? Great question. Well, you already know that my name is Amanda, and you know that I have a Bachelor of Commerce and a 200-hour yoga teacher training certificate. What you probably don't know is that I'm from a small town just outside of Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I completed my Bachelor of Commerce at the University of Calgary and also received a professional writing certificate from there. I dabbled in working in corporate Calgary for a couple years and realized that that is not what makes me happy. I spent over 12 months backpacking around the world with my boyfriend, Ryan, and that has provided me with so many amazing life experiences, challenges, and growth. After returning from our second 6-month stint backpacking in South America, Ryan and I realized that we wanted more out of life. So we tucked ourselves into a quiet mountain town in the Canadian Rocky Mountains and set up shop for just over a year. We worked insignificant jobs, and it was while folding hundreds of stretchy pants at Lululemon that I really realized that I don't want to live my life in a stale cubicle, reporting to someone else and being told how my life is going to be. I want to be happy, I want to be free, and I want to do something I'm passionate about. Traveling has opened my eyes to the possibility of the world, and once seeing the endless opportunities available to me, I feel like it's impossible to close my eyes and turn my back on these things. When I decided to complete my yoga teacher training, it only seemed right that I would travel abroad to do it. I chose Bali. I spent an amazing month there learning more than I ever could have imagined about yoga and myself. Most of you listening have probably completed a yoga teacher training that was equally as powerful to you, so I won't waste your time journeying on and on about how amazing my experience was. If you haven't completed your yoga teacher training, I would highly recommend looking into a program that feels right for you and just going out and doing it, whether or not your path is to be a yoga teacher or it's what you think your career might be in the future. Just go out and do it because you'll learn so much. What I really want you to take away from this, though, is that I'm extremely passionate about finding passion, happiness, and a love of life. I want to help you create a career as a yoga teacher that you're excited about every single day. I want to help you learn the business side of yoga so that you can excel in what you do. I want you to realize that being a yoga teacher is so much more than guiding people into some shapes and chanting Om Shanti. I want you to feel empowered, inspired, and excited. I hope that you will join me on the MBOM journey as you set out to master the business of yoga in a fun and fulfilling way. For more information on MBOM, please visit www.mbomyoga.com or send me an email at info@mbomyoga.com. I would love to hear from you if you just have a question, a comment, or you're interested in something about me or MBOM. And if you want to stay up to date with all of the happenings with MBOM and receive updates on weekly podcast episodes and book releases and all that sort of fun stuff, please sign up for the MBOM newsletter on the homepage of mbomyoga.com. As always, thanks so much for listening. Bye.